and welcome to the Southern African Endurance Series. My name is Kriya Gangia and this is our post-race show. Our teams have driven over 4,200 kilometers over 5 race weekends to end up here at the Cape Motorsport Festival. We're going to start off with SAGT, currently still up for grabs, is that team championship. 6 teams arrived in Cape Town for rounds 11 and 12 of the SAGT National Championship. Autohaus Angel missed their home round as parts needed for the Ferrari were stuck in customs in Johannesburg. Scuderia Scribanti was eager to wrap up the team's championship and drafted in none other than Jordan Pepper. Pepper spiced things up in the Scribanti camp, setting a scorching qualifying lap of 1 minute 7.818 seconds in Aldo Scribanti Lamborghini GT3. Michael Steven gave Isak Spisser's new R8 Evo 2 its debut and showed it wasn't going to be a one-horse race. Steven was only 0.18 seconds off Jordan's pace. Pepper took the lead and held it off for 45 minutes until he pitted to hand over to Aldo. Aldo took his time to get up to speed and lapped 4 seconds slower than Steven, who closed the gap constantly. 2 laps from home, Michael stormed past the Lamborghini to take a narrow win, with Silvio trailing home in third, hampered by 75 kilograms of success ballast. Kolile Letlaka brought in his Africa Race Together protege, Stuart White, to help with his new Into Africa Aston Martin Vantage GT3. This car made its debut in Cape Town. The pair finished a strong 4th, showing the potential of the British brand for the 2023 season. Michael, thank you so much for joining me. What a great performance. I think by the time you got to the end of the race, we all thought that Jordan Pepper and Aldo Scribanti had it in the bag, but you snuck up from behind.
Yeah, I mean, fantastic race. I mean, credit to Jordan. He did a brilliant first stint. You got a nice gap in the beginning. After about 5 laps, I felt my rears go. But I knew at the end we could come back, and exactly what happened, you know. So great result, I think 2 laps from the end. But from our side, a big thanks to Isak Spies, Ultimate Outlaws, Africa Race Together. Without their support, none of this would be possible, and looking forward to an exciting race tomorrow.
We've been struggling a little bit with Aldo's car with setup, and the crash earlier didn't quite help us on that side of it. Silvio's car, I'd say we got a bit better window, so tomorrow I'm actually jumping ship and driving with Silvio. They couldn't decide who I should drive with, so they decided on 1-1. So let's see what we do tomorrow. Obviously, I think we're going to start 4th, so it'll be a bit interesting. I'm going to have to attack Mike now. It's going to be the other way around. I'm going to have to hunt him down. So it should be good fun, but I'm sure we're going to put up a good show.
What a nail-biting finish. Michael Steven coming from behind to overtake Aldo Scribanti for that win. But the championship hasn't been decided just yet because the boys hit the track once again the next morning. The final SAGT grid for the season saw Pepper on pole from Steven and Silvio, a sure sign that fireworks were ready to ignite. Pepper hopped into the Semzo Lambo for this race, with Silvio electing to start the race. When the lights turned green, Michael shot into the lead, which held until the pit stops around mid-distance. The Audi stop was slow and Pepper took the lead, but as the Audi burned through its fuel and became lighter and more nimble, he started to close on the Lambo but ran out of laps. Aldo threw his car at the scenery, which triggered a safety car and dropped him to the back of the field. So you know I love to find a doppelganger, and apparently I found a doppelganger because aren't you driving a car at the moment?
Yeah, Kriya, I did the first sort of 15 minutes and then we thought it was a good time to pit. So Jordan has now taken over. He had a nice, comfortable lead. Obviously, with the safety car coming out, it's bunched everyone up. And he's managed to stretch it now to a 5-second lead, which is great. It's 10 minutes to go, so we're just holding thumbs. But so far, it's looking good. If the car remains reliable, should be able to take the win.
Whilst I have you here, we saw your brother spin off quickly. Everything okay with the car? Nothing?
Yeah, it looked like he just lost the rear end in the last corner, and I actually went with the bike to go and have a look, and I saw him do a beautiful donut because he was facing the wrong way around. So he put it back round and came back, and yeah, so he's all good. He's back and he's going. I think he's getting maybe a bit tired.
Andrew Colbert took full advantage and powered his Bigfoot Express Mercedes AMG GT3 into the final step of the podium. Colbert was excluded post-race for being underweight due to a team oversight. Letlaka and White inherited the final step on the podium, followed by an unwell Aldo.
Chalso, what an amazing finish for you guys, Constructors Champions for 2022.
Yeah, look, we went for the championship this year. We made it, and today we came to Cape Town. We didn't need to come, but we thought, well, we'll show our faces, being the champions, and we came to win, and we did win.
See guys, this is how much confidence we have. We even get t-shirts made because we're so confident.
Just in case.
So what does this mean for the team and for you? As a dad, your son is the Drivers' Championship for this year, as well as now being the Constructors' Champion.
Yeah, look, it's always a touchy point, you know. Your heart is only this size. so yeah, that makes me feel good.
Oh, shame. It makes you feel very good because you've done an amazing job.
Very proud of the boys as well.
Yeah. And for you guys, it was a special moment and a special touch to kind of also have Jordan Pepper, one of South Africa's best, also enjoy in this win with you.
Yeah, no, we booked him early in advance, and he accepted. And so, yeah, obviously without his help, we possibly wouldn't have made it. But thanks to him as well, and the two boys.
A very big congratulations to Scuderia Escobanti walking away with the 2022 Team Championship. Also, a big congratulations to the team as Silvio Escobanti was already crowned the Drivers' Champion for 2022. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, it's all about the Cape International 9 Hour. Welcome back to the Southern African Endurance Series. My name is Kriya Gangya. It's time for us to get into the infamous Cape International 9 Hour. As you can see, Cape Town is known for all its weather conditions, the rain, the wind, the sun. Let's see what Saturday had in store for our drivers. The MJR team took no chances in the three-way fight for the title at the Killarney 9 Hour. Not only did the team promote Kwanda from his GT4 Audi into a full-fat Audi GT3 Evo 2, they also borrowed Audi works driver Luca Engsler and recruited young SA hotshot Andrew Rackshaw into their lineup. Not to be outdone, Chop Sabuka joined Kolile Letlaka's Into Africa Mining Lamborghini Hurricane GT3 squad, who also had a secret weapon in the shape of Stuart White. Down in the Blackpool racing camp, Hein Lateghan brought in his double rally raid champion and Dakar stage-winning son, Henk, to add to their driver strength. It was a game on for the trio of youngsters and the SA Endurance Championship. Engsler duly planted the Audi very firmly on pole position, which was 1.1 seconds faster than Stuart White, who, to be fair, didn't have any ideal run-up to the race after the team had to replace an engine on Thursday. Henk powered his Porsche to 5th on the grid in what is essentially a standard car with racing bits added on. When the lights turned green, the MJR Audi shot into the lead and stayed there for 9 hours. White's first stint was hampered by tyre issues, which didn't help his cause, especially over the busy first hour, which saw 44 cars on the track with a 27-second lap time difference from the fastest car to the slowest. The track action was frantic until it all settled down.
Have you been enjoying the racing?
Yes, I have. It's quite interesting. I'm not a race fan, but today I'm probably going to be a fan going on forward.
Not probably. You are going to be a fan.
I am, definitely. Going on forward, I'm definitely a race fan.
I'm standing here with Jules from Good Luck. Jules, this is the second time that we've had you on a motor festival. What brought you back?
Just the vibes, you know, it's super cool, like to combine sport with music, and yeah, I think it's great that our industries support each other and we do things together.
It wasn't long before the first of 18 safety cars was sent out to pick up the walking wounded, which allowed the leaders to play with their strategies.
Obviously, safety cars is good for us. We're taking every opportunity we can, make the best of it, and I think again it's counting in our favour.
So obviously at the moment you guys are doing fantastically well. Stuart White and the Into Africa team are chasing you down. What is kind of the strategy that you guys are going to be using to push through now?
Well, we're focusing on our team and our times. We're just looking at them where they are. They are 3 laps behind. I think that's a good cushion for between the 2 teams. But our focus is on our team and our drivers. So we want to bring it home and we want to win the championship.
Much attention was given to the 3 Africa Team Le Mans Janetta GT3 entries, one driven by 5-time Le Mans winner and ex-Formula 1 driver Emanuele Pirro, who is racing with his sons Chris and Goofy, as he's affectionately known.
Jan, how's the race been going so far? What happens if we get rain now?
Yeah, well, it's going to be very exciting for everybody. We had a bit of rain already, and we were out before halfway. Our differential gave up in the end, but still, I mean, just being here is already an event. So we already win before the start, and it's just doing it with lovely people, and you know, it's also nice to be with Sarel, you know, and the announcement of the Sarel sweep. So now we're having a great time. Unfortunately, not with any result on the track, but I hope all the other guys that are still running are having good fun.
The other championship at stake in Cape Town was the coveted Index of Performance title, as well as the hotly contested Class E crown, being fought out by a fleet of Lexus V8-powered backdraft roadsters.
That was an extraordinarily long pit stop for you guys.
We've had a lot of niggles. I mean, it's just racing niggles. It's not really anything fatal, but it's just niggles and niggles, one after the other.
Yeah.
And yeah, we just got to hang in there. We've got an hour to go, so we've got to try and finish this.
I'm standing here with Craig Hines from Watershed. Craig, it is so great to have you at the Cape Motorsport Festival. Have you ever played a concert with cars?
It's not often you get to play at a venue where the cars are way louder than the bands. It's been a challenge, but a lot of fun. It's absolutely incredible.
The first to bow out of this fight was Benjamin Morgenroot after a lengthy 75-minute differential repair.
So you've had a little bit of a tumultuous day, let's call it that.
We were leading after the 3-hour mark by 3 laps, and I came in and Benjamin took the car out, and within 2 laps it broke the diff. So that took us over an hour to repair. We lost 44 laps to our competitor for the championship. We've made almost 20 back. They've had some trouble as well. So we still have an hour and 3/4 to go. Anything can happen. So hold thumbs.
So when they say 9 hours is really long, it's 1 in the last 2 hours is what you're telling me.
Well, maybe this 9 hours not going to be long enough for us.
The biggest incident befell Steve Clark, who suffered a suspension failure in his backdraft slingshot, powering through the newly christened Sarel sweep. The car was badly damaged, but Clark escaped unhurt, testimony to the strength engineered into modern racing cars.
What happened? Is Steve okay?
Yeah, Steve is all right. He was a little bit shaken up. We took him to the little hospital there, and they've checked him out, and he seems to be fine. He's on his way back here now. His wife was with him. Quite a bad accident. Something broke on the right front, and the wheel, everything came off, and he went straight into the wall. But luckily, he's okay.
Rain began to fall 5.5 hours into the race, gently at first, with enough intensity for the teams to scramble for rain tires.
Then I'm standing here with Henk Lasgan, and you might have another stint coming.
Yeah, I've had 2 good stints already. I must say I had a lot of fun earlier with the rain. I mean the team made some great calls. We came in under safety car for the wets. The last few laps before the wets was really tricky in the wet on full slicks. And then we had another safety car and went back to slick, so it was perfect timing. But yeah, so I think my dad's pulling a few amps at the moment. He's getting a bit tired. The car does work, yeah, I must say. These long corners really, the car pulls a few G's, so yeah, you end up feeling it. So I think he's a bit tired. I don't mind going back in. I'm feeling good still.
The Inter-African Lamborghini was hurt the most by this, as they had just pitted a few laps earlier and had to stop again for rain rubber.
I think it's quite strenuous. It's never been this tight. So every second, every lap counts. It's very intense.
Lee Thompson, who is sharing Momia's Toys R Us Porsche 911 GT3, had a few off-track moments, but kept it all together to eventually bring the car home in 4th overall. The biggest hard luck story befell the leading Class D KLX Volkswagen Polo, driven superbly by Cara Hill, Michael Steven and Yuri Swart. They ran in 5th place overall for 8 hours and 53 minutes, only to suffer a wheel bearing failure with 7 minutes remaining. Danny Funny Carrick and Roberto and David Franco gratefully picking up Class D win.
How was that? That was an amazing set. How did it feel?
The second set was incredible. The track dried up, luckily for me. I had to try and keep up with my son, David, who did some excellent times in the previous set. And he managed it extremely well when it was raining. But overall, the car is going extremely well. VW South Africa helped us. It's been an amazing experience, and so far so good. And I think he wants to say a couple of words, thanks to him.
I love how you just like, I'm not doing this, just hand it over to my son, I'm done.
I'm over this.
How was the race been so far, and how's the series been now that you get to, spend some time with Dad?
So the race has been awesome so far. I've done my 2 stints already. First one in the dry, second in the wet, so very different dynamics on the 2. Got a good mix of everything. So really had a good time, and yeah, just like he was, forwarding you over to me now, it was kind of like after my hour and a half, I was like, okay, Oaks, I'm done. I'm out of here. It was really tough and hot in there, so yeah.
And Watershed is on stage. Check out the crowd, is going mad. It's amazing.
Father and son drivers Haram and Barent Pretorius survived late fuel-related issues which caused a great deal of anxiety in the pit lane, but overcame everything to win the 2022 SA Endurance Index of Performance in Class E Championships.
You have to go, it was unlucky. Little bit, it was unlucky.
No. But unlucky, no. The racing is beautiful, the track is crazy, old school. I love everywhere.
All right, well,
compliments and thank you for all.
Alberto, thank you so much for coming out and racing here. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Bye.
A little piece of South African motorsport history was made when 18-year-old Kwanda Mokoena became the youngest ever SA Endurance Series champion and the series' first black champion. Chop Sabuka added to the festivities when he finished second in the championship, making a first 1-2 for men of color. I'm sitting here with Rian Esterhazen from Toyota Gazoo Racing. Rian, tell me a little bit about this amazing initiative that you guys have done with these Toyota Yaris's.
This started as an idea when we launched the GR Yaris, which last year was a brand new model. And we started as an idea, let's turn them into race cars and compete in a series. And we went through that process and did 7 rounds of that. And then the final challenge was someone suggested, hey, why not tackle the Kalani 9 hour, which kind of replicates the entire race season all in one weekend, which is really a testament to the cars and a test of their capability and reliability. And without giving too much away before you ask the question, we're ecstatic with the result.
I think what's also very important to remember about these cars is that these guys are stock standard. You can walk into any Toyota dealership and buy them.
Yeah, true. The cars have the obligatory safety upgrades, and then other than a brake pad change, that is basically it. They are stock vehicles as you would buy it off the dealership floor, and they've shown that they have great race pace.
And I think it's not only about the race pace. Coming into the South African Endurance Series, you're doing 9 hours of racing. The capability of the car to show that it's there for the long haul.
Yeah. So the marketing speak and then the press releases we spoke about, it's a rally car for the road, engineered by the WRC team. And it's sometimes easy to think manufacturers just quote those nice things to say and anecdotal bits and pieces, but it's really proven to be true in the case of the GR Yaris. It really is a rally or race car for the road, engineered to be able to take the punishment and to do it in a turbocharged all-wheel drive vehicle that just keeps going for 9 hours, no issues. To me personally, it's very impressive.
So you did say that you are very happy about the results. Tell me what the results were and what you guys saw having these cars race the full 9 hours.
So our brief to the team initially was, we want to finish. We want the story to be the Gazoo Racing Yaris's finished the 9 hour, great end off to the year. Really, that was the main aim. We were overjoyed and surprised, I think equally, when they announced that we took first and second on the performance index or index of performance overall. So basically rewarding consistency, and we were the team that put in the most consistent laps over the whole weekend. So it's an amazing accolade and one that we're very proud of.
Well, I will say from this, sitting with you, talking about last night's results, you have also taken Class D overall for the year in terms of our endurance series.
It just keeps getting better. That's amazing. Class win overall index of performance and now Class D overall.
For the year?
Yeah, that's incredible, and we're very pleased with that.
Well, a big congratulations to you and the team. This is an amazing achievement, and one thing I will say is I cannot wait to see you back on the track next year.
We look forward to it as well.
A very big congratulations to Kwanda Mokoena, walking away as the 2022 driver champion for SAE. You can see from all the emotions on his face, it was definitely a well-deserved season. And that brings us to the end of 2022. Also a big congratulations to the SAGT driver champion Silvio Scabanti. We've got so much more coming up next year, so you definitely want to stay tuned. We've got a great motorsport festival where speed meets sound. Keep your eyes on our social media channels. From myself, Kruger Gangia, we'll see you in the new year.